Oh, I thought it was a crayfish.
After a warm April, it had cooled right off and rained hard and often. The earth was now fully green, and the forests were alive with the glory of spring. And I spent time on our land, traveling the new trails we were working on and admiring the lush new changes. And I was keeping tabs on a logging operation that abutted our land, which was making me nervous, as it would change the feel of our forest forever. Well, I was a little bit afraid of this, but now the worst case scenario has happened here in the basement. Check it out. So this back wall, there was another wall here and they were drying weed or something. There was tons of mold back here. This is drying up. It doesn't look so bad, but here, water is still coming in. And it's been raining cats and dogs for 2 or 3 days straight. So this is like worst case scenario. I had not seen this get wet at all in smaller rains, but I'm thinking, well, I started taking this foam off just a little bit to have a look, and I didn't need to take the foam off to see, but check it out. What's up with this? There shouldn't be any splits in the foundation. Here's a small crack, but this is the big one that I'm worried about. This looks like a on purpose, like I don't even understand. But as to my knowledge, there shouldn't be any cracks or splits in the foundation, and this crack is right above where the water is. The only way to actually fix this and make sure the water stops is to dig it out from the outside and repair the crack. I kind of wanted to redo this French drain we put in out here because I just want to make it a little bit wider. We got to do it. We can't redo this whole basement and have water still coming. It's just going to ruin the floor, ruin whatever we put there, and the mold will continue. So we have to take care of this. But when we do put the time in to take care of it, this house will be foolproof, completely saved. As much as it sucks to have these roadblocks right before you want to start doing the fun part, you have to deal with them. My guess is that it's entering the crack from up here and that it's not at the footing. There's just so much water, it's not draining quick enough, and it's getting right into the crack up top and slowly leaking down and coming in there. But we're gonna really reinforce this drain, really pad it up, and we're gonna do whatever it takes. We're gonna stop the water from coming in. We're gonna fix this house. But boy, howdy, what a beautiful day. After rain 3 days straight, this is magnificent. Unfortunately, I have to edit today, but I'll definitely be poking around outside on my little breaks. Oh, look at this. What's up, Harps? What's up, little lady? Unfortunately, Harper had to get shaved a little bit because she had a lot of mats. She can't keep up with all that fur, it seems, so we got to start brushing her every day, but had to buzz her a little bit. Hopefully she's more comfortable now. Can't wait to put the stone wall and grand staircase in here. There's just so many things. How do you pick what to do? It's a good problem to have, I suppose. And all the while, the cottonwoods were getting ready for their spring snow. And on nice days, I dedicated time for exploring the hills I love and getting lost in the feeling of old New England. Still got the wood in the windows. Old cotton frame. had electricity? So there was a dam. They had a dam. Somehow we're pumping water down there. And this was the reroute. This is so cool. I love old architecture, old stone walls, old buildings, old roads. There's just so many stories. You can feel them when you walk in a place like this, and it just makes you wonder what life was like. If I could have any wish from a genie, I've been thinking about this spring, I would love the ability to go back into different time periods and just live there. Not necessarily to like go back in your own life and change things or anything like that, but I just want to be able to go back to the 1700s, the 1800s, and just see what life was like. All right, so here's my guess. And that would almost imply that this was man-made way back when, but they rerouted the river. There's going to be a channel over there that they created this pond with, and then they would release the pond to produce whatever, electricity or whatever. I don't even know what they were doing. This must be the inlet, but the stream goes up there. I'm trying to figure out what this is all about. Yep, okay. Oh, there's another, unless the stream just takes a 90-degree turn. Wow, what a nice little pool in the shade here. I guarantee there's a brook trout. All right, so the stream wraps around the whole thing. They diverted it up here, filled up this pond, had another dam. We're doing something. This is too cool. Oh, I love this little stream. This is deeper than it looks, although the water's super high right now. What a beautiful little spot. And wouldn't you know it, of course, right here, this is a huge bed of fiddleheads. Now I'm seeing them everywhere. They're late. You could still probably eat a couple of these, but like you could still eat that. Look at these. Absolutely everywhere. All down in here. These are all fiddlehead. Oh, these are perfectly good still. No kidding. This has got to be one of the biggest fiddlehead beds I've ever seen. I can't not pick a couple.
And it was on mornings like this where I felt that familiar childhood bliss that I'd always get from exploring and discovering. But all the fun had to be balanced with work back in the office.
If you watched my last video, you would have seen that I teased a new Jackery power bank. This is the Home Power 3000. It's this tiny little box that can power an entire home. It's got this 30 amp plug so that it can plug into your transfer switch, run multiple circuits. It's 3 kilowatt hours of power. It has a 3600 watt output, which is insane. That can power pretty much any appliance or tool you can think of. There's no noise, there's no gas, there's no emission. This is truly an awesome piece of technology, especially when you live out here in the countryside. We lose power in every season, and knowing that we have this just changes our whole life. Both Allie and my business are online, so we can keep everything going no matter what. You can charge it off the wall, you can charge it from the solar panels, and I just love that these power banks have a long standby time, so once you charge them, they stay charged. And I love the reliability of these units. Super simple to use. It's home backup power made easy. So if you're interested in home backup power and want to learn more about the Home Power 3000 and more of Jackery's products, just hit the link in the video description below. So thank you to Jackery for sponsoring this video, and now back to the story.
And between solo adventures and computer work in the office, were soulful little jaunts with old friends.
Didn't see that. Did you?
Yeah, right now we're gonna happen.
Okay. There we go. There we go. No problem.
Yeah.
It's a good save overall.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Okay.
The outside, yep.
Yeah. Oh, we're a little off kilter. Oh yeah, that was nice.
That was really nice.
Kind of skidded.
Like
We did. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll go for it. Straight. Straight. Holy crap. Ow. My shins. That's wild. I don't know how we got through that with you up here.
Alright, so you tell me.
All right, we're going to go a little bit right,
Yeah.
and then we're going to go left. Hug this bank. There we are. Crazy.
Those have got to be the most.
Come on! Yo! Woo-hoo! Yeah, baby! Big rock to the right. Here's the tree.
Alright, you got a bell too.
Oh yeah?
There it is.
That's
Oh,
her.
shit, we got a bell. Let's go to the right here and bail.
Mason and I had an absolute hoot out on the water, and both knew we must continue this spring tradition for as long as we live.
What's in there, Harper?
She's going as fast as she can.
How deep are you going? She'll be to China in a few hours.
And like I was supposed to return this cooler, but it's already, it's already dry. So the salt will just like bring out all the extra moisture.
Yeah.
So I went into it since yesterday, not expecting to get anything.
And there were more dinners with our best friends, Noah and Kaylee. And the house was still a mess from the ongoing basement reno, but the sunny days were just too good to spend inside. So I shifted gears on some fun outdoor projects I had been planning.
So the rest of the driveway is dry, but this one area here is wet, and it's oozing out all from here. I think it's just everything from the yard, and this has been happening since I redid the driveway. You can really see it at this angle. And in the winter, this freezes over and this whole corner is just ice. So I gotta take care of this. So I'm gonna dig a little bit of a ditch right here, semicircle around the corner, and then direct the water right across and into what I'm gonna turn into a forsythia patch. One day it'll have a nice stone wall around it and all that, but for now I just wanna get them planted. What do you think, Harps? Think that's a good plan? I got a bunch of stuff I want to plant. I got forsythia, I've got some wisteria, some honeysuckle, some azalea, and just a little first round of planting. I got some fresh soil, and it's a gorgeous day out. Can't not be outside. I really want to get that basement finished, but we also have to figure out why the water is continuing to leak in a little bit. So we're not gonna dive into that yet. For today, I'm gonna do a bunch of other things that have been in my mind. I really wanna get some grass and clover seed down here too to start making the lawn a little bit more full, and I'm just sick of looking at dirt. I can't wait for this place to look all green and pretty. Such good progress here. Actually, I kind of got distracted. I was collecting a bunch of old dead. I wasn't really distracted. I was just basically trying to level out this area over here a little bit, make a little platform for a fire pit or whatever. I don't even know, but just make a nice little area. So to fill in the dead space, I was collecting all the dead trees along the driveway to put them down there. Then when I was digging out this knotweed here, I would have this big pile of dirt that I would push and start to level it out. And that's going great, and I'm almost done, but look at this. See that? Right there, you can see it. It's this cylinder. And I haven't, oh, it looks as though the pin fell out. I just don't have a pin, and I'm sure it fell out somewhere. Somewhere over here. Oh, it just, it doesn't end. The machines do so much for you, but if you don't know them front and back, it can be very hard, and I'm just learning, just in the beginning phase of understanding all of this stuff and it's gonna be a long time till I get good at it. But once you're good at it, then you can do anything. Here's the pin! Oh, but this is just I don't know exactly. Wait, what? That's a grease point? I didn't even know. Here we go, let's see if we can put it back together.
A little breakfast.
I will now release the beast.
Hey, little harps.
Who's that, Harper?
Hey, little harps.
Wow. What bird is that?
I don't know. I don't know what any of them really are.
Well, I just heard a chickadee. The one's like, wee.
The redbud lasts so long. So you can see how the water seeps out of here. A lot of water. So now I'm gonna dig the trench so that it all can all slowly drain out that way. And as of now, the driveway is dry. It's been soaking wet all spring. Just this whole section, just lightly soaked. No more ice in the winter, no more wet driveway. Drainage is important.
Filled the ditch with excess rock from another area, and then figured I'd retain that bank with some nice stone too.
Have the wisteria crawl up this tree. There it is. Nice.
Holy whoa.
Right here is probably
This, I didn't even think about how this thing is magnetic. It's perfect.
When did we get this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm shocked we haven't done this before.
Got it
This kind of has to be the new tradition.
in January.
Yeah. You need a new pair. All good.
Yeah. Lily of the Valley.
These are all lamps.
I just took everything apart. I realized I wasn't doing it the way I wanted and I was wasting stones. I was setting the stones below the driveway, almost as a retaining wall. But all I really need to do is just add more driveway mix, compact it, and build the stones on top of that. That way I don't have to cover up, you know, these beautiful stones that you'll never see that are just retaining the gravel. So now I've added a bunch more driveway mix and now I'm gonna compact it so that the stone wall is a display piece, because these are really nice stones.
And with a lot more rain incoming, I wanted to get the lawn a bit more leveled out and put some new seed down so it would be full and green for the summer.
So then I could do this one next to you and show you how I would do it.
And while I was doing all this, Allie was getting our entire garden planted. and a little aeration to see if we can get this old dirt patch to turn into something nice.
Yeah, but when they're like this, like that's not gonna work. I always forget something.
Isn't it a kind of maple? In the whole backside so it's ready for the capstones now. Check it out. See? And then I'll just put a little bit of driveway mix over all that just to make it level and set all the capstones and it'll just look perfect. You won't even... Can't wait for it to really fill in. Here's this wall, which still not 100% on these stones down here, but for now it's fine. And here's this wall with the final caps.
I ended up rebuilding my stone wall 3 times, but it felt good to take my time and do what I knew was right in my gut, as this is our home. And I want everything that I build to make me proud and happy to look at.
And you can see that the little drain is working very well. So all the water's pouring out right here, giving that middle forsythia tons of water. So hopefully it grows nice and big.
It was all coming together.
A bath.
Our little life in old New England.